Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Have I got a big bad revolver for you? Hopefully you've seen the very first intro I did, the Big Bad Wolf revolver. That's what it is. Well, that's what I call it, but it's actually the backpacker model version of the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. Limited edition bear model, and it's got the bear prints on it and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. I'm very excited. I've never actually got to see one of these things up close, so I'm really happy to bring this to you guys here at the channel. As you can see, the box takes up the whole screen. So let's go ahead and open this big thing up and get this thing out. Every time I see it, I just gotta laugh because it really is just something absolutely seriously. It's almost, you almost gotta laugh. Let's take it in closer here. Let's make sure it's not loaded, and it's very easy to tell this is not loaded. It's a 4-inch barreled configuration X-frame 50 caliber revolver. You got the rubberized grip there with the Smith & Wesson logo, the Smith & Wesson logo here on the side, the ugly key lock as we all see it. The logos are stamped. I believe that is stamped too. Yep, not like some where it seems to be branded in. And it's got some pretty serious porting here on the end of the barrel, which I would assume would need to be a necessary thing to make this thing shootable. Now I'm going to go over a few things and some of the things that I noticed firsthand when I'm overlooking it and just trying to check it out. The strange things, I know that it's a lot bigger than an end frame. So if you guys are familiar with the 44 Magnum, mostly is chambered in the on the end frame, like my model 629. Makes my model 629 look like chump change, doesn't it? And this is a big gun, but this thing is on the X frame. Anyway, thing that I thought was kind of strange was because everything else is really oversized. The barrel's oversized, the cylinder's oversized, but yet the hammer and trigger is the same thing off of one of the end frames, and so is the lockup, the hand here. The hand is just a small, like on the end frame. I would have thought they would have beefed that up a little bit. And actually, when you close this up, it does have some wiggle in there. So it's not exactly. I'm just going in comparison to my Smith & Wesson 629 here, that it locks up tight. I mean, so, and we're remembering it's a 50 caliber. Of course, never fired one, so definitely don't know how, all the aspects of scientific wise on all that. But anyway, of course, it's the MIM parts. So, and then the grip is attached through on the bottom by a screw. Forcing cone is pretty big, pretty thick there. And the additional lockup, actually, you see it right there. Give you a good look at that lockup. That's an additional lockup. You see the ball bearing detent there? Yeah, they've added that. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because this thing's a 50 caliber? The firing pin is mounted on the frame, as most of these new ones are. Now that's interesting. It's like a space cutout here on the hammer, which on my 629 it isn't. I brought my 629 out in comparison to this thing because it is just this thing is just a massive, look at this, I mean, just, it's a monster of a gun. Red ramp sight, or orange ramp sight there, if you can see it with this red background. And the sights have the nice outline there, and boy, when you pull this hammer back, it's like, whoa, yeah, that cylinder has to. Now the cool thing is, now the lead-in locks, or the notches there where that locks in on the frame, they offset from going on the thinnest part of the wall on the cylinder. They're going on the thickest part, so that could definitely be an added thing. Plus it's a 5-shot, so they're able to do that, but I'm sure that's an added extra safety thing, so that you don't start tapping into the weak spot where the wall is a little thinner on the cylinder, because of the kind of pressures that this thing is going to be trying to handle. It is going to handle. So don't think there's too many stories of these things blowing up yet. But you know, and then you got the bear prints on it, the paw prints going up the cylinder. It is a unfluted cylinder, so for those of you that don't know what that is, these are flutes. Okay, this one doesn't have it. It has paw prints going up, and it's got the big bad bear right there on the cheek. And ironically, they've added another screw there. Yeah, well, this one doesn't have it, but that kind of goes back a little ways. Actually, Smith & Wesson used to always have that screw there. They used to call it a 5-screw model. Had one there, one here, you know, and then these two, that makes it 4, and then one in the trigger guard, and that made it 5. So anyway, yeah, pretty beefy gun. Trigger's not bad at all, as all Smith & Wessons are. For a big gun like that, it indexes pretty good. So, you know, yeah, you do have that key lock and everything, and boy, look at that. That's a heck of an ejection. You know, I tell you, the barrel on this thing, not to muzzle you guys, but man, it looks like a dime size hole. I tell you, it's quite an insane gun. It's quite large, and it is the limited edition backpacker model, so who knows how long this thing will be going around for. But stainless steel, really nice. Anyway, I'm really happy to have gotten to bring this to the channel and do a kind of a little look at it and tabletop on it. I'm a big Smith & Wesson revolver fan, but man, this thing is a monster. This got lent to us by a fan of the channel, really. You know, lent it to do a video, so that great. It's more gun than I definitely need. This is about as much as I want to go with a Smith & Wesson. You know, if you think you need something like this to blow down a building, I think fellow YouTuber Hitcock45 said it best. You might want to try one of these short-barreled 44 Magnums with full house loads in it, and just kind of get a feel for it before you jump into something, you know. And you know, knowing the frame sizes, you know, like this is the N frame, and this is a big gun, and here it is, they're taking it a step further in the X frame. So kind of knowing your frame sizes and not thinking that, oh yeah, heck, X frame, that sounds great, let's order it. And you get this this brick in your hand. Now this takes the hand cannon to a whole nother level. From what I understand, this Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum was introduced in 2003 to basically stake the grounds of having the most powerful handgun in the world. Sorry, Dirty Harry, I guess it got replaced with this big bad boy. So anyway, I'm BATJAC J.W. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Just a quick little review for this thing, and wanted to bring it to the channel and show you guys this massive hand cannon. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you later.